Like it or not, this is exactly why your hearing aids keep breaking. Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm going to teach you the 4 main reasons why your hearing aids are malfunctioning and what you can do to prevent it. Every time I talk to hearing aid manufacturers, I ask them what they believe is the most important feature about their hearing aids. Any guesses as to what they tell me? Every single one of them tells me that the #1 most important feature is sound quality. This is usually followed by other features like better performance in background noise, rechargeability, Bluetooth connectivity, physical fit, and a variety of other features. But you know what? While all of these features are fantastic, none of them are the most important feature. So I end up telling them all the exact same thing. While all of these features are great, none of them are more important than the hearing aids continuing to work, which means that durability is the #1 most important feature of any hearing aid. Unfortunately, even the world's most durable hearing aid can only sustain so much neglect from the person wearing those hearing aids. This is why maintaining your hearing aids is so important, and I'm not just talking about always going in to see your hearing care professional to have them do it for you. I'm talking about you being more self-sufficient and maintaining your own devices. According to the hearing aid manufacturer Phonak, 43% of hearing aid malfunctions are simple things that can be fixed by the hearing aid user without having to go in and see their hearing care professional. And that's exactly why I want to cover the 4 most common hearing aid malfunctions and what you can do to prevent them. But before I do me a huge favor, click the like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. And let me know down in the comment section the last time your hearing aid malfunctioned and what you did about it. The first hearing aid malfunction on this list is a clogged microphone port. The microphones on a hearing aid are responsible for picking up the vibrations of sound and converting them into an electrical signal. This signal is then processed by the chip inside of a hearing aid and amplified. This amplified signal is then sent to a receiver, otherwise known as a speaker inside of a hearing aid, and converted back into an acoustic sound. This amplified acoustic sound is then sent into the ear canal to vibrate the eardrum at a higher intensity level so you can hear that sound. The reason why hearing aid microphones malfunction so often is they get clogged with debris like dead skin cells, earwax, and other dirt and dust in the air. And if sound cannot get into the hearing aid, there is nothing for the hearing aid to amplify for you. The second hearing aid malfunction is due to moisture buildup. Moisture is the enemy of electronics, and many hearing aids, especially the in-the-ear style of hearing aids, are subject to a lot of moisture buildup as you wear them throughout the day. Even a small amount of moisture buildup in the wrong place inside of a hearing aid can cause your hearing aids to sound weak or even kill them entirely. Over time, constant moisture exposure can even cause the internal components of your hearing aid to corrode, causing expensive repairs down the road. The third common hearing aid malfunction is earwax buildup inside of your receiver. Like I mentioned earlier, after sound has been picked up by the microphones of the hearing aid and then processed by the processing chip of the hearing aid, it is sent through to the receiver where it gets converted back into an acoustic signal that is amplified inside of your ear. Unfortunately, the majority of hearing aid users also produce earwax that can plug the receiver and prevent any sound from reaching your eardrum. This makes the hearing aid appear as though it's completely dead. If you produce a lot of earwax or the consistency of your earwax is really sticky, then this is probably the most common issue that you'll have with your hearing aids. And this earwax buildup can also cause the 4th common malfunction that you will get with hearing aids, which is a clogged ear mold vent. If you use a custom ear mold or custom hearing aid, aside from the receiver, you will also have a vent hole inside of the ear mold. Ear mold venting is extremely important when it comes to amplifying sound inside of your ears, but also allowing some natural pass-through of sound and air. That vent actually prevents something called the occlusion effect, which is where if you stick a physical object inside of your ears and you talk, the bone-conducted sound of your voice gets trapped inside of your ear canal and vibrates your eardrum, making your own voice sound boomy and loud to yourself. Oftentimes, these vents that you have inside of custom ear molds have been acoustically optimized to allow you to hear your absolute best when you're wearing your hearing aids. Which means that even if a little bit of earwax gets into the vent hole of your ear mold, it can change the acoustics of the sound that you hear and change how loud you perceive your own voice. If your ear mold vent gets clogged completely, then you may not even be able to wear your hearing aids because they sound so bad. The good news is all 4 of these common hearing aid malfunctions can be resolved with a good at-home maintenance routine using the proper cleaning tools like you can get with the new care kits from Phonak, today's video sponsor. Now, Phonak has actually released 3 of these new care kits, one for receiver and canal hearing aids, one for behind-the-ear hearing aids, and one for in-the-ear hearing aids. The RIC kit includes cleaning spray, 52 cleaning wipes, microphone brush, ear mold vent cleaning staves, ear mold vent cleaning brush, and 3 boxes of Stop receiver filters. The ITE kit includes all of these items in the RIC kit minus the cleaning spray, but also adds a drying cup, 6 desiccant tabs for moisture, and 6 total boxes of Stop receiver filters. And the BTE kit includes the cleaning spray, 52 wipes, cleaning brush set, and ear mold blower. Basically, these kits include everything that you would need for a full year of doing your own at-home maintenance on your hearing aids to prevent hearing aid malfunctions. Now, I'm about to show you how to clean your hearing aids using one of these cleaning kits, but in case you forget, you do have a care guide inside of the cleaning kits that has a QR code that you can scan to show you again how to clean your hearing aids. First, I'm going to start with showing you how to clean the microphones of your hearing aids. Okay, so to clean out the microphones, we want to make sure that we grab our multi-tool here. You can see that we've got a brush head. It has a magnet on the tip, and it actually has a little wire loop on the bottom if you need to use that, but that's typically reserved for behind the ear hearing aids to pull earwax out of the ear mold. But if we're going to be focused on the microphones, first we have to identify where the microphones are on these hearing aids. So for the Phonak Audeo Infinio Sphere hearing aid, we have 4 microphone ports. We have 1 on each side up by where the receiver wire comes out of the hearing aid, and then we have 2 microphone ports down below the push button. What you do with the brush head is you actually brush over those microphone ports to prevent debris from packing into those. If any one of those microphone ports gets plugged up with earwax, it can throw off the performance of the hearing aid, particularly in background noise and with the automatic classification system of the Phonak hearing aid. So you need to make sure that you keep those guys brushed out just like you saw me do. If you have a custom in-the-ear hearing aid, it's a very similar thing. You just have to identify where the microphones are on the faceplate of the hearing aid. There is 2 microphone ports on this one, so we're going to do the exact same thing, brushing out those microphone ports to prevent any debris from packing in there, which allows the sound to make it into the microphone and into the hearing aid. And there you go. It is as simple as that to clean out your hearing aid and microphones. Now I'm going to show you how to prevent moisture buildup of your custom in-the-ear hearing aids. Okay, so to dehydrate our hearing aids using the drying cup, we simply unscrew the lid, pull out the protective foam liner, set that to the side, go and grab one of our desiccant pods here, open this up, here we go, and then we take this, drop it down into the center of the drying cup, put the protective foam over the top of it, and then we take our hearing aids, open up those battery doors, and drop them inside of the cup, and then take and screw the lid back on, and there we go. These hearing aids will dehydrate overnight, and every 2 months we need to change that desiccant pod to a new one. Now I'm going to show you how to prevent earwax from plugging the receiver of your hearing aid. All right, so changing your wax filters is super simple. We just have to open the Stop box. It even has instructions inside of here if you forget, and this case butterflies open and you have the actual tool here to make the change. So on the one end, this is the removal end. On the other end, that is the new wax trap. So it depends on what model of hearing aid that you have. If you're using a receiver and canal device that has a rubber dome, we just simply take that rubber dome off. We expose the original wax trap inside of the receiver tip there. We take the back side of the tool, we push it straight in and pop it straight out, and then we just flip the tool over, again straight in and straight out, and there we go, we have a brand new wax trap. And then we take our dome and we just pop the dome back on top like so. Then if we have a receiver and canal that uses a custom ear mold, you can see that the wax trap is exposed there at the tip. So we'll go ahead and take out a new wax trap tool, new Stop tool, and we will push that directly into the center of the old wax trap, pull him out, flip him around, and push in the new one, and there we go, we just changed that one out. And then very similar with the custom in the ear model, you can see the wax trap there at the tip. We'll take out a new Stop filter, turn it to the back side, push it straight in, pull it straight out, flip it over again, straight in, straight out, there we go. And then these are trash once you remove them because they have a bunch of wax inside of there. And it's as simple as that. You want to hear a crazy statistic? 33% of all hearing aid malfunctions are actually caused by a clogged wax trap. Now let me show you how to clean your hearing aid ear mold vents. All right, now it is time for me to show you how to clean out the vents of these ear molds. So if we go to the receiver and canal custom seashell ear mold, we have the receiver tip right here, which is covered by the wax trap, but right below that we have a vent that we need to make sure that we keep clean. So now, depending on the diameter of that vent, if it's really small, you'll want to take one of these green cleaning staves and run it all the way from the back of the ear mold through the front of the ear mold and push out any wax that may be building up inside of that vent. Just snake it all the way through. And then once you're done doing that, I typically recommend that you take one of the cleaning wipes, remove it from the packaging here, and wipe off the ear mold itself, just to make sure that any of the wax that came out of the vent gets cleaned off of the ear mold. And then, of course, if there's any wax on the ear mold, you can clean that off as well. Highly recommend that you use the wipe after you get done cleaning out the vent. Now, if that vent is larger, you can take the vent cleaning brush right here, and those bristles will very nicely brush out that vent. So usually it's going to be either using the green cleaning staves or the vent brush that comes inside of the kit. Now the same is true with a custom in-the-ear hearing aid. So just looking at the vent on this custom device, it looks like we need to use the vent brush here to run it all the way through. And as you can see, that also pushes all the way through that vent to make sure we get any of that earwax and the dead skin cells out of that vent to keep the hearing aid functioning normally. And like I recommended earlier, taking the cleaning wipe and wiping it off after we do so. Now, if you have a vent on your BTE ear mold, you can do the exact same thing, but the other thing I want to show you here is that because we do not have a receiver wax trap inside of a custom ear mold, this is what you use that loop wire on the back of the brush for. You actually dig out any earwax that you might have in the receiver, and you can also do that if you have a vent on your ear mold as well. And there you go, that is how you clean out the vents on your Phonak hearing aids. Now you might be like, Cliff, that's great, I know how to clean my hearing aids, but I can never remember when to do it. Well, you can easily go into your My Phonak hearing aid app and set up a reminder to clean your hearing aids however often you need to make sure that you're keeping your hearing aids clean. And there you go, that is how you prevent your hearing aids from malfunctioning using Phonak's new care kits. If you want to continue to experience all the benefits of the features of your hearing aids, then you have to start doing some at-home hearing aid maintenance in between your professional visits with your hearing care professional. For some of you, this means you're going to have to do some cleaning every single day because your hearing aids just get that dirty. And other people are going to have to do cleaning every 1 to 2 weeks to make sure that they prevent their hearing aids from malfunctioning. If you're not sure how often you should be cleaning your hearing aids, just ask your hearing care professional and I guarantee they'll tell you how often you should be doing it. If you do, I promise that you'll be able to keep your hearing aids performing their best and be able to save yourself a considerable amount of time and money by preventing unnecessary visits to your hearing care professional and expensive hearing aid repairs.